What is going on, y'all? It's Roanoke Gaming here, back with not a lore video, but a video reviewing a game. Something new, but if my opinion counts for anything, then keep watching. If it doesn't, then watch anyways, because I need the views. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, then why not smash that subscribe button? After all, it's free and there's no work for you involved. So continuing on, today let's discuss the Sea of Thieves and is it worth purchasing? I'm going to dive into the pros and cons of the game and let you know just that. So stick around and see if this game is worth purchasing or not. Let's make sort of a compliment sandwich with this video, as there's a lot to like about Sea of Thieves, but there's also some issues that we will be discussing. Starting with some background for those who aren't exactly sure what Sea of Thieves is, it is an open world game where you sail on the seas, complete quests, kill skeletons, loot other players, destroy their ships, and just generally cause mayhem. It honestly kind of gave me a Minecraft feel, not from like a construction standpoint, but just kind of open world feel, and that there's really no rules, just go and do what you want. It's kind of a unique feeling, I think. So anyways, the first time you boot up this game, you start at an outpost and are left to your own devices. After stumbling around for a while, you eventually see a ship docked on the docks and waiting for you. There are two ships to choose from, the sloop or the galleon. I hope to God I'm pronouncing those correctly. Depending on your playstyle, it's up to you which one you choose. Also, it is dependent upon how many friends you have, really. So start socializing because you're gonna need them. If you're not good at socializing, or you have a really small group, or just in general want to sail the seas alone, then a sloop might be right for you. It is a smaller ship and you can operate most of the processes yourself. There is one sail to operate, the anchor will come up much quicker, and it's easy to navigate and see from the helm. One of the major advantages of this boat is it can be easily turned to get into firing position on other ships and is relatively quick in doing so. There are a few drawbacks to this boat, however. With the winds directly at your back, you do not go as fast as the galleon, and it's also easily sunk by a galleon as it only possesses two cannons. So a full-on confrontation with another player, you're probably not going to win that one. The sloop trades attack power for speed and agility overall. Now the galleon is a larger ship. If you and a few friends want to have a great time, pick up this ship. It offers 3 floors, 6 cannons, 3 sails, and durability not seen by the sloop. This larger ship is a great pick if you want more room for you and your friends, then this is the ship for you. The galleon can sail straight into battle between sloops, and if properly done, can dominate any of those in front of it. A major drawback of the galleon, however, is the turn radius is the size of a large island. See a rock on the horizon in front of you? Start turning now, because otherwise you will run into it. The galleon is going to sacrifice agility for speed and power. If the wind is at your back and your sails are fully engaged, this is going to basically ensure that no sloop is going to be keeping pace with you. So, on to, the good, the bad, and all that. Let's start this by prefacing that I will be, doing the compliment sandwich thing. Good aspects followed by some bad, ending with the good, because I always find that this is the best way to present any information. So let's start with the good. Sea of Thieves is absolutely visually stunning, and the audio is almost calming in a way. When you first get dropped at an outpost, you hear the birds, see the palm trees, the docks, the ocean, and then you hear it, an absolutely perfect rendition of the ocean waves crashing. You board your ship and set sail to nowhere in particular. You may run into a few rocks at first, but sailing is easy to pick up. You've got no rules, no waypoints, no direction in particular, just whichever the way the wind takes you. You set out on your ship, taking in the absolute beauty of this game, and I cannot harp enough on the fact that listening to the waves hit the boat's bow, seeing them splash, noticing a storm off in the distance, it's absolutely, essentially a masterpiece in this respect. You keep sailing, collect some treasure, and you notice something. The approaching storm is now even closer. You get curious and decide to sail into it. All of a sudden, you can't see anything. The ship is in the eye of the storm. The compass spins, you hold onto the helm and try to steer the ship through the violence, your crew frantically repairing under the deck trying to keep the boat afloat. The sense of impending drowning is thick. Then you emerge, you come out the other side of the storm to the absolutely prettiest sunset you've ever seen in a game. Everything about this game is stunning in that respect to visual and auditory. There is some bad news, I suppose, to report on, however. After a while, you will start to notice that the quests are the same. A lot of the bounties you pick up require you to go to an island you've been to about 10 to 20 times, kill the skeletons, and bring the skulls back to port. The treasure seeking is a pretty cool prospect, but it becomes a little monotonous after too long. You go to this small island, attempt to get your bearings, search search the sand with your shovel, get bitten by a snake, which is really annoying, and overall it can be pretty tedious if you've done it 100 times before. And it appears to be really the only way to really grind out for gold. You can attack other players for the loot on their ship, but it's really hit or miss. I mean, you are a pirate after all, so it may be worth it, but it can be a major risk to you if they end up turning the tides of war. The last bit of bad news is, as time goes on, you cannot make damage upgrades to weapons or ships. No armor is available, and everyone will, for the foreseeable future, be on the same playing field. This can make grinding even more tedious as there is not much payout except for cosmetic appearance upgrades. So, enough with that, let's get back with the good. This game is no doubt fun. I played it with a few friends the other day, and I think I started around 3 p.m., and the next thing I knew, I looked up and it was almost past midnight. The game encourages you to plug in your mic and communicate with other teammates, and this communication adds to the fun and experience of the game overall. There is always something for each player to do. One needs to be at the helm steering the ship, another needs to be on the crow's nest keeping a lookout for objects you may collide with or approaching ships that seem to be hostile, another needs to be working on the sails to keep the ship going, and the fourth needs to be operating a map for the person at the helm and fixing any damage to the ship. Everyone is useful and everyone is needed. This gave me a sense of camaraderie with my group that I haven't felt within a game in a long time. So, we come to the actual title, Is Sea of Thieves Worth Purchasing? Understand the pitfalls that eventually, without the updates, which, just a side note, there will be updates for it, it's going to get a little monotonous, but overall, I would have to say this game is definitely worth purchasing. If you have an Xbox, you can do the whole Game Pass thing and get it for $10, which is exactly what I did, and considering the myriad of other games coming out really soon, that would be your best bet. I'm starting to sound like an Xbox salesman. I've had an absolute blast playing it, and I imagine anybody who picks it up will as well. Alright guys, but that's all I have time for today. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe because it's fun, it's free, it's easy, so why not? My next video is going over the augmentations required for Gamma Company from Halo Ghosts of Onyx, and it should be a good one, so make sure you tune into that. Thanks for watching guys, and I will catch y'all in the next one.